say that I am better now, better now. I only say that 'cause you're not around, not around.
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I don't believe John will survive the night. If you have family and friends that you want to call to come to see John, now would be the time to do it.
I've been told that you're the best, Dr. Garrett.
I'm an expert at my field, ma'am.
No, you're the best. World-renowned, in fact. Or was I misinformed?
No, you were not.
I know that you don't know my son. But my John is a fighter and he doesn't give up. So I need you to go and be the best for John. Nothing less. And you just let God do the rest.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Tatumeister here. You can see the dolphin in the background. Yeah. It's time for my breakthrough review. So yes, this is the new awesome Christian film that was just released yesterday. I got to see it with my friend Brian and Daniel, my uncle. And speaking of Daniel, if you haven't watched the Daniel show yet, please go watch it. It's the previous video. I'll put the link in the stuff at the end so you can go watch it. It's my new show I just made. But I'm going to be posting more episodes. They're going to be about every couple weeks or so I'll post a new episode. There won't be all the time, but yeah, it's gonna be a 6-episode first season, and then we're gonna do a 12-episode season 2, which I don't know when season 2 is gonna come out, but I will make season 2. But yeah, this is great. It's a great. I canceled Virgin Advisor, but let's get on with the review. That's what you two came for, right? The breakthrough review. So, what did I think about the movie? It's freaking amazing. Man, I was really hyped for this movie. I remember watching the trailer the first time when I saw, I think, was it Alita? Yeah, I don't know. This trailer has been played so many times in the theaters. When I watched movies, I was like, I've got to go see this. Because, first off, the people that they got on this movie was crazy. Like, this is one of the best casted movies, not just Christian movies of all time. They have a remarkable cast on this film. And the director, too, Roxanne Dawson. I mean, she was an actor herself, but, bro, she is fantastic. Like, Roxanne Dawson needs to do more movies. She did a fantastic job directing this film. Like, bro, this is her first, like, directorial, like, debut on a movie, but, like, she killed it. Like, bro, she did such a good job in this movie. And she's produced episodes of other shows before, but never to, like, you know, direct, like, a movie before. This is her first, like, and she's acted in movies too. But yeah, Breakthrough is her very first, like, directorial film, like, feature film. And man, she is an amazing lady. I'm just impressed what she did with this movie. But besides her, we have an excellent producer and writer as well. We have Devon Franklin as producer. And if you don't know who Devon Franklin is, well, boy, you better get back on the Christian bandwagon, because he's produced lots of amazing Christian movies. Miracles is Heaven and Heaven is for Real. Both, I think, are excellent, but they don't even come close to what this was. This was way better than those, and I like those movies. They're good, but they're not mind-blowing. They're kind of corny and stuff, but this was not like that at all. This was dramatic and emotional and powerful. Everything you would come to expect from a film like this. This was great. I can go on all day about how great this film was. Is it better than Alita? No, but it is definitely my second movie of the year. I know there's not gonna be any. I'm just blown away. This movie was something else. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to calm down. I got really emotional watching that breakthrough. It was something else. But some people might not get that from that. As a Christian, this really touched me, and I was blown away by this story. This is based on a true story, and I know people are like, oh, all Christian films are based on a true story. But that's not really true. Okay, first of all, Hacksaw Ridge is an excellent movie, and that's based on a true story too. So why are people getting on that, but they're getting on Breakthrough? Okay, that makes no sense. Okay, I don't know, but point is, look, this is the third best Christian film I think I've ever seen, but it's there with Hacksaw Ridge and Passion of the Christ. I mean, honestly, it's right there with them. I mean, this is something. This isn't Mel Gibson. Like, there's no violence in it, but it's Roxanne Dawson, a female director, can really do something powerful with film sometimes. You can just feel the emotion in this film. It's fantastic. But let me get on to the cast. Enough about the crew. I guess I'll talk about more about the crew. Great Deporte, he wrote this movie, and he's a great screenwriter. He wrote 7 for 7 Pounds. He's wrote for a couple shows. But man, the writing on this film was excellent too. Like everybody did a great job on this film. The crew. If you guys don't know, Stephen Curry, also the basketball player, helped produce this movie, and you can feel that the fun stuff he did. He obviously produced the fun stuff parts of the movie. There's a lot of fun parts in the movie too. Not just crying the whole way through. I thought it was just gonna be a sad, depressing movie the whole way through, but it wasn't really. Like the first half was really goofy and nice. It was cool. It kind of led up to what happened, but which the kid fell through the ice. But all right. So enough about the crew, which the crew is amazing. Oh, I gotta give a shout out also to Marcelo Zarvos, the guy that did the music on this movie. Bro, this is the best soundtrack of the year. If this does not get nominated for best score or soundtrack or something, the score on this movie, Marcelo Zarvos, I gotta applaud you, dude. You are fantastic. You need to get nominated for best score or soundtrack. Okay, this soundtrack was on point. This guy's done a lot of scores for lots of movies. Marcelo, he's done for Fences, Best of Enemies, Cell, American Ultra. He's done a lot of scores, but this is definitely one of his best. And bro, I gotta give props to Marcelo. I mean, this soundtrack is the best of 2019. I don't see any 2019 having a better soundtrack than this. This was freaking flawless. Like every song, every music, moment, it was on point. Like bro, you just I want to buy the album for this. This was great. Anyway, so enough about the crew, because even though the crew are amazing, I gotta give props of also the cast, which is probably what you all went for, right? That's probably all what you all went for. So, going in order from least important to most important, we got Dennis Haysbert as the Doctor. If you guys know what Dennis Haysbert is, he's in a lot of shows and movies. I think he was, well, besides the Allstate commercials, which he's probably what he's most known for. Let me check real quick. Damn it. Yeah, Dennis Haysbert is one of the best actors in the biz. He was in 24, The Unit, Major League, Heat, and of course the Allstate commercials, which we all know him from. But yeah, Dennis Haysbert is one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood, in my opinion. And as the Doctor, Dr. Garrett's a true person. He's one of the best doctors in the biz. His performance, Dr. Garrett, in this movie was really good. Granted, Dennis didn't have a lot of time to shine in this movie, but bro, the parts Dennis Haysbert was in, I was glued. He was great. But besides him, he wasn't even the best part. That's the scary. Dude, I'm not even done. He wasn't even the best actor in the movie. Think about that. Okay. So, then we go to Sam Trammell. If you guys know who Sam Trammell is, he was in The True Blood, a lot of other movies and shows. Sam Trammell is also a very underrated actor. He played the first Doctor that said that her son died, and then her mom's like, "No, I don't believe it." I'll get to Joyce in a sec. I'm saving the best for last. But Sam Trammell did an awesome job. I wish he was in it more, but I did like his parts in the movie. Another awesome actor we have here is Marcel Ruiz. Marcel Ruiz plays the kid in this movie. Now, I don't know him that well, but he did a good job. He's in this Netflix series called One Day at a Time. That's about it. I don't know much about him, but he did a good job. Now we move on to the 4 big actors in the movies, the standouts. Mike Coulter as... What's his face? I gotta look at the cast. Mike Coulter is Tommy. Yes, Tommy Shine, the guy that rescues the kid from the water. The atheist. Now, granted, I know Mike Coulter didn't have too much screen time, but I really felt him in this movie. It was because basically he was going to leave. He didn't know the kid was down there, but then God spoke to him and said, "Go back." And I was like, whoa, what? And this is based on a true story. Let's think about that. God literally just saved this kid. I mean, bro. Like, this guy was an atheist, doesn't believe in God, and he just saves the kid out of the water. That shouldn't be possible. Like, bro, what? I don't know. Like, bro, God spoke to... It's just proof that God can use non-believers. It's proof. And, well, he became a Christian afterwards, because how do you not become a Christian after an experience like that? Like, bro, I mean, what? I mean, real, how do you not? Like, anyway, but he was awesome. Mike Coulter always kills it in his roles, and I really loved him in this movie. Fantastic. Now we move on to Topher Grace, which definitely I'd say he's the comedic relief of this movie. He definitely had a lot of funny moments. But he's not just funny. Topher Grace was really good in this movie. I mean, if you guys know what Topher Grace is, he's in a lot of movies and shows. The main one being That 70s Show. But he plays the pastor in this movie. And, bruh, I just love Topher Grace. He just always knows how to make me smile. He's just a great actor, a great comedian. And I'm just happy he was in this movie and that he's a Christian. Because back then he wasn't a Christian, but now he is. It's kind of cool. I mean, Topher's definitely come a long way. It's great. I love Topher Grace. But now, the two biggest actors in the movies, the main male lead and the main female lead, which is Josh Lucas as Brian Smith, the dad of Mr. Well, you know, the guy that falls in the water, Tony Smith, right? That's his name? Yeah. John Smith. John Smith fell to the water. Brian Smith is his dad. Boy, definitely the second best performance in the movie, I'd have to say. You can just feel the dad's emotion every time Josh Lucas is on screen. When I heard Josh Lucas was in this movie, I was like, bro, you got my money. You got my money. Because Josh Lucas was in A Beautiful Mind, and that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm like, bro, you got my money. Josh Lucas is one of the greatest actors of all time. What's scary is, though, he wasn't even the best performance of the movie. I mean, Josh Lucas was in so many movies. Red Dog, Yellowstone, Glory Road, Unfinished Life, Secondhand Lines, Alabama, Sweet Home Alabama. Bro, I mean, he's in so many freaking movies. I didn't think he would be in a movie like this, but, I mean, he did a great job. Like, bro, excellent performance. Like, you just feel him, man. It was great. But now, we get to the big one. Chrissy Metz as Joyce Smith. I saved it for last because I have a lot to say about her performance. Oh my gosh. If this lady does not get nominated for Best Actress at the Oscars, I'm really going to question the Oscars, bro. I am really going to question them. Because let me tell you, this was probably the best female performance I've seen in a long time, bro. Female-led unbelievable. Chrissy Metz killed it in this movie. Unbelievable. I mean, she made the unplanned lady look bad. I mean, jeez, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I mean, there was moments in the movie she just, I mean, maybe people are going to call her performance over dramatic, but bro, best performance of 2019 as far as acting goes. Like, she just nailed it, honestly. And she's the main lead. That's what you do. And that's the thing. Chrissy Metz hasn't even done that many things. She's done, yeah, shows, and she was in that show I Like. And she was really good in that show. But, yeah, definitely her best performance of her career. I mean, if she did not get nominated for an Oscar, I would honestly be shocked. Because that was something else. Bro. Yeah, she's in, what's it? All of Us. This Is Us, yeah. This Is Us is a really good show. And she did a good job in those shows. But, man, what a great casting decision that was, Roxanne. Oh, my gosh. I don't know. If she does not get nominated, I mean, honestly, this movie needs to get nominated for multiple things. Needs to get nominated for Best Score. Needs to get nominated for Best Actress. Needs to get nominated for Best Director. Honestly, this movie could be nominated for Best Picture. Because, bro, this was mind-blowing. This was something else. Honestly. I went in this movie thinking, oh, maybe it'll be that cliche Christian movie. Maybe it'll be, you know, maybe I won't like it that much. Maybe it'll be corny. No, it was not. Like, bro, there's this one scene. I'm not going to spoil too much, because it really isn't. Bro, you already know what happens at the end. The kid comes back to life, but look. There's a scene at the end that made me, like, towards the end that made me cry. It was when they were singing Oceans. You know, if you watch the trailer, you see the Oceans in the trailer. And I'm like, wait, so that means they're not going to play the Oceans in the movie? No, they do. And boy, the Oceans scene in the movie is actually better than the one in the trailer. I was crying. I was like, whoa, what? This is amazing. Bro, there's so many scenes that Roxanne did with this movie. Like, there's a visual where, like, you see the kid swimming up the current, and, like, this beautiful visually shot scene, and it's like, whoa, man, like, what? Like, this is the type of movie you'd see, like, the 1980s. Like, bro, this is not your typical Christian movie. This is nothing like to the likes. This is so artistic, beautifully shot, beautiful music, beautiful everything. Everything is fantastic. I don't even know. But it's not perfect. I know. You're like, wait, Tate, but it's not perfect? No, it's not. There are a couple things, just a couple things. There's a couple nitpicks I will get into. But that doesn't mean the movie's still not a near masterpiece. This movie is a near masterpiece. I was blown away. If a movie that makes me cry automatically is a near masterpiece, in my opinion. Like, bro, I don't even know. I didn't really think this would be. If you guys didn't know, this is also the first Disney Fox movie to be released, but after Disney and Fox, you know, Disney bought Fox. Distributed by Disney and created by Fox. Great, I guess God planned that out, but yeah. Bruh. This might have entered my favorite films list, honestly, and not just Christian favorite films list. I mean, it's not better than The Passion of Christ. It's pretty much tied with Hacksaw Ridge as far as Christian films go. But, bro, fantastic. I just don't know, man. I can go on a tangent about this film all day. It's just that good. Like, bro, I'm just blown away. I don't know. Writing, everything. Like, bro, why can't all Christian movies be... I mean, it's hard to make, like, you know... It's hard to make movies like this that good. But anyway, so let's move on to, of course, the negatives, which there really isn't that many at all, bro. This movie is so great. I don't even know what type of negatives could you find. I mean, there's only a couple nitpicks, I guess. There was one scene in the church where they kind of made the song, like, go too long, and it was kind of weird watching it. I'm like, what? Why'd you make that song so long? I love that song. I thought the song was great, and I thought it was great, but I'm like, why are you focusing on this song so much? I don't know, like, because the other songs were pretty short. They didn't play the whole thing. And that scene, they play the whole song. And it's kind of like, why are you playing the whole song? I don't know. Like, bro, I mean, I like that song, but why are you playing the whole thing in the church? I don't know. That was a weird scene, in my opinion. They kind of took me out of the movie a little bit. I was like, huh? Like, I don't know. I love that song, and I love all the songs in the movie. Best soundtrack of 2019, for sure. But still, like, what? I don't know. I was just kind of, like, confused a bit. I'm like, why did Roxanne decide to just focus on that scene so much? I don't know. That was kind of weird, but not a bad thing. It wasn't really a bad thing. It was just weird. I guess another nitpick. I wish some of the actors got more screen time, because the main standout was, of course, Chrissy Metz's choice. Like, obviously, she stole the show. I mean, she blew Josh Lucas away. She blew Josh Lucas away. How do you even do that? I don't know. Like, bro. She blew all the actors away. She made them look like chumps. Like, bro, I don't even know. How do you do that? Like, anyway, what was it? What else happened? Yeah. So I wish Josh Lucas and some of the other actors got more screen time. It kind of sucked because it focused on Chrissy and her relationship with her son more. Like, I wish we got more scenes with the dad, because the dad scenes were great. I love Brian, the character in this movie. He was great. Really great. I wish we would have focused more after, we didn't get a lot of scenes after he came back, after, all that. We didn't get a lot of scenes of him, John coming back. We did get a couple, and they were really great. I was like, because he had to deal with the fact, well, why'd you come back and my family member did? Why didn't God bring my family member back? And so he explained that at the end, and that was really sweet. That was great. But I really wish we got a little more of that. That was just a little nitpick I had. I guess we should have had maybe 10 more minutes of the movie to really show what happened after he came back. Maybe he would talk to his friends like, look, I'm trying my best. I'll be a better person. Because pretty much John, after he came back from death, he pretty much never took life for granted again. And I think that's just it. Maybe God just takes some people to heaven. He just leaves some people to learn. I don't know. It's a very interesting movie. It makes you think, like, why would God choose this guy? I mean, well, because God wants him to do what he needs to do. He's going to tell people this story, and they're going to believe in God. And they're like, what? I can't believe it. I mean, there has to be God then. I mean, yeah. So stories like this just make you like, how could there not be a God? Like, how could there not be if stuff like this happens? Like, bro, because he literally died. John Smith literally died. He was dead for like an hour. Completely dead. He had no pulse. He was underwater for 15 minutes. He died. He was dead. This happened 4 years ago, 2015. This wasn't that long ago. He died. Joy Smith, his mom, he prays over him, says the Holy Spirit bring him back to life, he comes back to life. Okay, doctors, I don't know how else you could explain that. That was God. How else are you supposed to explain that? Like, bro, that is God. There's just movies like this, stories like this, that's just, bro, how you do not believe in God after watching this movie? Like, bro, how? Like, it's like the atheist that picked the guy up from the water, the kid. Like, the atheist believed in God after that, bro. I mean, even the atheist was like, okay, God spoke to me and told me to kid, and he survived. Like, bro, how do I not become a Christian after this? Like, I have to believe in God now. Like, honestly. I think the problem is with some people is that they don't believe in God because I feel like maybe they can't see him. So, bro, just look at the proof. Look at the creation. Look at miracles like that. You're going to tell me they ain't no God. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't agree with you. God exists. It's proof. There's proof. You just don't want to take the proof. I don't know. That's just a rant. But anyway, guys, you probably want to know what I'm rating the movie. Well, definitely one of the best films in a long time I have watched. It was mind-blowing. It was emotional. I cried. Best soundtrack of 2019. I don't see any movie beating this soundtrack. But, bro, I'm going to give it a 9.7. It is a near masterpiece. You really good should go see it. Christian or not, go see it. You will become a Christian after watching this movie. I guarantee it. If you watch this movie and don't become a Christian, I will be surprised, bro. You will. Okay, I'm just being silly, but point is, please go watch the movie. It needs all the money in the world. It's one of the best films I have ever seen. Maybe not the best film of 2019. Maybe not the best, film ever. But definitely one of the best movies I have ever seen. Roxanne, you need to do another movie. Any movie Roxanne Dawson does, I'm going to see, bro. She is fantastic. The music person was fantastic. The producers were fantastic. The cast was fantastic. Everybody was fantastic. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. And I hope you all have an excellent day. Bye-bye.